So they have this woman and an Elder Scroll. By the Divines. This couldn't get much worse. This is more than you and I can handle. If they're bold enough to attack us here, then this may be bigger than I thought. I have good men here, but there are people I've met and worked with over the years. We need their skills, their talents, if we're going to survive this. If you can find them, we might have a chance. Find Sarine and Gunmar, and maybe we can do something about this mess.
Fear not. Come dragon or giant, we'll be ready.
How can I assist?
Stop. I won't go back to Ordinator. I won't. You must take the lexicon. Free me of my burden. The memories, I cannot stand them. You must take them away, return them to a Munchenzel. You must take the lexicon from me. Please, take it now. You must bring it to a Munchenzel. In the West, return it to them. It must go back. I could have left it behind. I could have put it back where it came from.
May not look like much, but my boat can get you there faster than walking. Where are you headed? Climb on in the boat and get comfortable.
Mind yourself. There's a vicious bear on the loose.
You there! Hold fast!
I've tracked this damned bear for 2 weeks. I'll not let it have any more victims. Ithron needing someone else's help. Never thought I'd hear that. I'm afraid he's a few years too late. I've moved on. I have more important business to attend to. Besides, he can handle anything alone. He assured me so himself. What could he possibly need my help with? Vampires? That might change things. Tell me more about what's going on. By the 8th. Alright, look. I'll consider it. But I can't just leave this bear to prey on more innocent people. Once it's dealt with, then perhaps I'll see what Ithran expects of me. meet you. Don't know how well I'd have managed by myself. You have my thanks. You've helped me, so I suppose the least I can do is find out what Isran wants. He's still at that fort near Stendar's beacon, I assume. Of course he did. He's been working on that place for years now. Never lets anyone in. His own little fortress. Well, I guess I'll get to see what he's been up to all this time. I'll meet you there.
Gonna rip you open!
There's been word of some trouble nearby. I'm on my way to investigate. All right, then. Help!
If you know any true sons and daughters of Skyrim, tell them to head to Windhelm. Ulfric Stormcloak wants to see them.
Lead the way.
Ah, you've got the axe. And my dog. Splendid. Excellent work. A hero and his faithful companion retrieving the ancient artifact for the prince. It's almost storybook. Ah, but it almost seems a shame to give a weapon like that away, doesn't it? I suppose I could be persuaded to let you keep it. But only if you use the axe to kill Barbas. Simple as that. Huh. You're no fun at all. Guess I'll have to make my own fun elsewhere. And with the pup back, I'll be restored to my full power. There's a whole world just waiting for me!
I knew I could trust you.
Yeah, dog gets master, master gets cosmic axe. Everyone's happy. Just get over here, mutt.
Don't worry, I'll make sure he sees the light. I trusted you, now you trust me.
Ah, that feels so much better. You forget how nice supreme power feels until you've been stuck in a cave for a few years. Now, as for your wish, an end to the war, was it? I'll make sure this war ends all right, just as soon as the dragons swarm across Skyrim and wipe out all of you puny... Oh, fine. Have my boon and be done with it. Got more interesting deals to make anyway.
Sure thing. It's yours for a day. Yes? Of course. I'll show you to your room. Right this way. Let me know if there's anything else you need. I've been hunting. It's not like my poaching is hurting anyone. The Jarl can hardly eat every deer now, can he? Take a look. Until next time.
Papas isn't too friendly with strangers, but you seem alright.
Don't like those eyes you got. There's a bad hunger to them. Farewell.
Enough! This ends now!
come to Olava for a reading, did you? Sorry, pup, but I'm not quite in the mood.
Need something?
What is it? What has happened to the Gilder Green? I have traveled long here to worship beneath its branches.
It was taken by a lightning strike. Wish I had time to deal with it, but it's hard enough with all these wounded from the war.
Please, don't just let it stay like this. It's disgraceful.
I ain't gonna lie.
I really don't have time
Still
to
pretty
deal with you
bad.
right now. Please just let me get back to my work.
The body needs time.
But this is supposed to be your work.
Please tell me you have news of my son. Is he? You've saved him? Oh, I must see him at once.
How are you feeling?
What? After all this, I can't even see him? How do I know you're telling me the truth and not just what I want to hear? For it bears aloft next summer's seeds.
Something wrong?
That's my boy. So it's true then. For now it's enough to know that he's alive. I can find peace in that. Thank you, dear friend. You've given me back my son. I'd had Eorland forge this for Thorald. It was to be a present for his return. I suppose he can't have it now. Why don't you take it? We can always make another for the day when this war ends and Thorald can come home.
Ulfred, patron of the great clan Battleborn. A name I'm sure you know well. You're here, and not a moment too soon. If anything should happen to Arn, there'll be hell to pay. A close friend of mine. We fought together on the battlefield for many years until old age got the better of us. Now it's up to me to save him one more time. This time from the executioner's block in Solitude. The city guard in Solitude is seeking Arn for a serious crime. When he fled here, he was arrested for drunken behavior. Can you imagine? Fortunately, his identity isn't known to the authorities in Whiterun, so there's still a chance to save him. Hold a moment. This is more than a simple prison break. I want to have Arn's name stricken from the record books permanently. I'm setting him up with a new identity. It's the only way to throw the guard permanently off his trail. The job is twofold. First, steal a letter that was sent from Solitude warning Whiterun's guard to be on the lookout for Arn. The second is to change Arn's name in the prison registry to his new identity. If it was easy, I would have hired a local thug instead of a professional. You see, both of these items are kept inside Dragon's Reach. They don't allow visitors inside the Jarl's or the Steward's chambers. One more thing. If you get caught, I can't afford to be connected to you. Remember that before you do anything stupid. I have eyes within Dragon's Reach. They tell me that all correspondence from other holds are sent to the Jarl's private chambers. It's a well-known fact that the steward keeps all of the records on Whiterun's prisoners in a large book. My sources tell me you can find that book in a study in his quarters. Change Arn's entry in the book to anything you want, and they'll be forced to let him go after he serves a few weeks. Ulfred, patron of the great clan Battleborn. A name I'm sure you know well. Arn? Never heard of him. I guess that means you're finished. Here's your payment. Tell Delvin that he has my support and all the weighted carries in Whiterun from now on. I think he'll be quite pleased.
My carriage is the safest way to travel. Where do you want to go? Going straight through, or did you want to stop somewhere along the way? Climb and back, and we'll be off. I can't wait here forever. Little snow never stop me. Don't worry. Good evening. Where do you want to go? Climb and back, and we'll be off.
I want you sellswords out of my mind.
Watch your tongue, native. We'll leave when we're sure there's no Forsworn here.
Oh, and when would that be, I wonder? When I sell my land to the Silverbloods?
The Silverbloods have made you a very generous offer for this pile of dirt. I suggest you take it.
I'm one of the few native sons of the Reach that owns land. Doesn't make me very popular. Robbery is what it is. The Silverbloods are trying to muscle in on my land. Forsworn attacked the mines, and suddenly all these sellswords show up to help. They won't let anyone work until I sell it off. You can try, but I'd keep your sword arm ready if things get ugly. Good day.
We're in control of this mine. No sudden moves.
The mine is closed. Get lost. Forsworn attacked a while back. Jarl had no men to spare, so the Silverbloods generously offered to send us to clean things up. We just want that old native to hand over his land in payment for our services. Then we'll leave, and everyone can get back to work. Right. Helping out Einethach, huh? Give me a reason not to plunge a dagger in your chest. Dealing with a mob wouldn't be good for my coin purse. Fine. We're leaving.
So that's it then. Don't come back. Thank you. Here. You honored my mother's task and should be rewarded. Now, I need to be alone.
Can I help you?
Don't mind me. I'm just here to cook and clean. You want to talk to Einethach.
Good evening. That won't be the last we hear from the Silverbloods, but at least we can get back to work. Thank you. You've done a good thing for me and my workers. Here, this is for you.
haven't seen a sack full of dwarven gyros lying around, have you? I'd swear I left it right here. Do you think mud crabs might have taken it? I saw one the other day. Wouldn't be surprised if it followed me here. Oh, just look around, will you? Isran? Wants me? No, you must be mistaken. He made it exceedingly clear the last time we spoke that he had no interest in my help. I find it hard to believe he's changed his mind. He said some very hurtful things to me before I left. Anyway, I'm quite happy in my current pursuits. So if you'll excuse me... Yes, that was my point. I felt it was rather clear. Look, what is it you want from me? Vampires. Really? Oh, and I suppose now he remembers that I proposed no less than 3 different scenarios that involved vampires overrunning the population. Well, what are they up to? Well, that's actually something I never would have anticipated. Interesting. I'm not sure what they would do with one, but in this case, Isran is probably correct in thinking it isn't good. All right. If nothing else, I suppose it wouldn't hurt to learn more about what's going on so I can better defend myself. But I'm not just going to abandon what I've been working on here. It's too useful. I need at least 1 intact dwarven gyro. So either I need to find the satchel those mud crabs stole, or I need another gyro from someplace. You wouldn't happen to have one, would you? Fine, fine. I can't afford to forget about this work, though. Some very interesting applications. Now, where is it I'm supposed to be going? Ah, been working more on his secret hideout, has he? It'll be interesting to see how much progress he's made. I'll finish up here and head in that direction as soon as I can. See you there.
No escape!
kill you.
Need something?
Yes? Hmm? Where do you want to go? Going straight through, or did you want to stop somewhere along the way? Climb and back, and we'll be off. Yes? Need a ride? Where do you want to go? Going straight through, or did you want to stop somewhere along the way? Climb and back, and we'll be off. You might run into some of them lizard folk in Riften. Quite a few of them work the docks there, not sure why. They like swimming in a lake, maybe.
Buying and selling fine jewelry here.
How can a humble servant of Talos help you today?
Picked up some new clients and did a few jobs on my own, but I'm not sure if that will cover our expenses.
Thank you, Vax. You've always been the most reliable one in the guild.
Got lots of jobs available. Interested?
You did? Thanks. I'll get you the
Alfred sent ahead his compliments. Looks like his friend Arn is soon to be released, thanks to his brand new identity. More importantly, he's pledged the full support of the Battleborn clan to the Thieves Guild. We're still growing by leaps and bounds thanks to you, and other merchants moved into the space outside the flagon. You're a natural. Never seen anything like it. We got a long way to go, but don't let that bother you. It's a lot farther than we've been in years.
All right, Isran. You've got us all here. Now what do you want?
Hold it right there.
What are you doing?
Making sure you're not vampires. Can't be too careful. And it seems we have a problem. Since you could have attacked me before now, I'm going to assume this was a little accident on your part. And so I'm going to give you a chance to get yourself cured. If you can manage that, the Dawnguard may still have use for you. I'll be waiting.